Welcome to Real Estate Radio San Antonio. We're your hosts, Karla and Stan Hester. And tune in and we'll bring you an hour of radio every Sunday right here at 9:30 a.m. The Answer. We're part of the Real Estate Radio Network, which is a national network of local real estate professionals dedicated to delivering timely, balanced truth centered on the local market conditions in an effort to help Americans maintain good credit, minimize their debt, and achieve the dream of home ownership.
I like that, Stan. Thank you. That's a great introduction. Talking about delivering timely and balanced truths. Can you imagine that?
Yeah, that's
the truth.
The truth.
The truth.
The whole truth.
And that's why we're on The Answer.
The Answer. Because the truth comes here. Well, welcome, everyone.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit, Stan, about what's a mortgage broker and why people, what are the benefits of using a broker versus just a bank?
Well, you know, the bottom line is most people want the best loan deal and a seamless, positive experience, and that's what we try to do. I mean, we're able to shop. Like we say, we've got about 18 lenders right now that we deal with that we can shop and look for the best rate. We do that every Monday, usually is where we do it all during the week, but on Monday we kind of set ourselves up to see where everything is, who's the lower, and it changes. It's amazing how many how many companies that we've used 9, 10, 11 months ago that we use very little now because their rates have gone up and somebody else has stepped up to the plate and lowered it. We had one company here a few weeks ago that just they had a special for 5 days where they've lowered it like 0.5%. So, I mean, we were scrambling and making phone calls to a lot of our people that we knew were looking for homes or were looking to refinance. They just had some extra money. I really don't understand that depth part of the game, but when they give us a call and say, hey, you can knock a 0.5 point off of this, you know, we make those phone calls. That's an exciting time for us, and that's what we do. We're constantly shopping for the best rate for you. And it's not only the interest rate, but it's the programs that fit you. Some companies have, you know, and it's jargon of the industry of overlays and things, but that's our job to find out what we can get into. It's not only interest rate, but it's how much money can you get in less and closing costs. And I know we don't have any, you know, origination cost and of these types of things. And so there's so much that we can cut out that other people have, and we'll present it all to you. Yeah.
So the difference, Stan, what's the difference between a broker and a bank?
I guess I didn't answer that question for you.
Well, it's it's kind of like buying something a wholesale price. Okay. So maybe when I remember being in California, I had this little business where I did decorating, and I would go to the flower market and buy flowers at wholesale. I would go to the flower market, or you could go produce and buy it wholesale versus going to your local market and buying the flowers and buying the produce, because the prices are better wholesale. And that's the difference. That's the difference. We're the broker that shops wholesalers to find the best product and the best price for you. Does that make sense?
That makes a lot of sense. I mean, it just to relate to something, you might, you know, it'd be like going to the grocery store and you're going to make a large salad or something, and so you want to find who's got the lowest price tomatoes, and you had, you know, 5 or 6 grocery stores send you their price, so you could make an intelligent decision on what's the best price with the best tomatoes. I mean, it's kind of a crazy scenario there, but
think about Black Friday. How many people go out and shop for that gift, and they go to Best Buy, they go to Macy's, they go to they look for that best price. Those are all retail locations, but the difference is being able to buy something wholesale versus retail.
And we bring it to you. We go out and we find those best prices and bring it to you.
That's right. So that's what I love. And that's the passion that I have when we opened our company, because I've been at the banks, and the banks are great. Banks are great. I'm not saying anything about it, but I wanted to do it a little bit different, and I wanted to find some niche products, some niche things, lower the cost of the cost for buyers when they're buying their home, and get them great rates and great service. So that's what we're about.
And I think one of the best things that you offer, and when we started the company, and one of your passions was that your personalized service. And we've always teased a little bit throughout our marriage about you should be an advocate or some type of campaigner for some type of cause. And this is where I think it taken so much your passion and put it in our business is to personalize. I know that you're on top of everything yourself, making sure that it goes. I mean, we've got a great team of people that are in there that work with us to make sure it goes flawless. But the personalized service is so important to you to call and to make sure everybody sees and hears what's going on. And we had talked about earlier in a past show that, it's all about communication, so that everybody knows exactly where you stand and when things take place. So the personalized service is something that we offer. And I know that, it's pretty hard to go one of these big operations and you get put on hold. I mean, we don't have a phone system that sends you to 14 different places before you talk to somebody. I mean, when you call, someone's going to pick it up right away. Our goal is to pick it up before, by the second ring. That's what we have in the office. Everybody is on board with that so that we answer it quickly. And
what
get
about
you to
the
that person.
weekend, Stan? What happens on the weekend? Do they get the voicemail on the weekend?
They do if I'm in my backstroke of my golf swing, but other than that, no, we do answer. Teasing. We do work on weekends. We will get back to you usually within an hour.
If I don't answer the phone.
If we don't answer it right away,
yep.
I mean, if we're with somebody else or we're stuck in something else, naturally it'll go to voicemail, but we do get back with you. We try to get back with you within an hour on those things, but we do that for a simple reason. That's kind of what we want. If we're thinking about a question and you're out in a drive with your spouse or whoever else you're buying that house with or by yourself and you just think of something, so often those questions pop up and you think, what about this? I mean, just what about this? And so you can dial that phone and we can hopefully answer that question for you. I mean, that's important. Or if you need that pre-approval letter, I can't tell you how many times that we've worked and to get somebody, at least pre-qualified, if not, qualified, if not pre-approved on the weekend so that they know what they're able to buy because they're ready to buy a home and they've been out with a realtor, but they have not gotten that pre-approval. So that realtor will have them give us a call and we can, tell them where they're at and look at some information on that. So you're absolutely right on that.
Yeah. And so the other thing is a pre-approval, even though you have a pre-approval, you don't normally you don't normally have to when you're ready to write an offer. Even though I've given you a pre-approval for $250, maybe you're writing an offer for $235. You don't want to send that $250 over there, so you need to call us and say, we're writing an offer on Saturday afternoon. Can you get us a pre-approval at $235? So we don't want the seller to know that you can buy $250. And maybe you can only buy $235, and that's part of the negotiation. So we, you want to do that.
And as brokers, we're also, we're licensed by the National Mortgage License Systems by the state of Texas, and we have to follow their guidelines. Karla's National Mortgage License is 219059. Mine Stan's is 956893, and so. We're licensed. We're going to give you the right information. We love what we do, and getting that done, and the difference is our passion, I think, of being a broker. But more so,
who doesn't like to shop?
Yeah.
And so when I get a client, I love to shop the best rate, the best deal for you.
You do. If you just joined us, you're listening to Real Estate Radio San Antonio. And we can be reached at realestateradio.sa.com. Again, that's realestateradio.sa.com. And we're heading into, we're in the month of, heading to the month of Christmas holidays here and the New Year. And that's time that a lot of people look for homes and are thinking about making changes and lots going on in your life. But, we just want to be there for you as a broker, and those are one of the things that we're going to work all the way up. We talk about working weekends. It's one of the things that we also do that we provide is that, we'll meet with you on a Saturday or Sunday. If that's the time that you need to sign and talk over with us, we'll come to the office. We'll meet you in our office, go over all those programs with you, help you, guide you on that. If that's the best time for you to sign papers for your loan approval, for your contracts of this nature, we're available there. We always say, we work when you need us, and that's kind of how we've based our business.
So not only shopping for a broker being wholesale, also I always say when you're getting your homeowner's insurance, shop for the best. I mean, there's a lot of different rates out there, and they're pretty competitive. And so we always help you. Everybody has homeowners insurance or car insurance. I always say start with your one you currently have, but I always like to give some other names, and people can get some other ideas if they have the right homeowners insurance and what's that costing them.
That's right. I just drew a blank here. I'm looking at here. I hit a screen on my computer, and it just went blank on me. So I went blank along with it. So I thought maybe that was the time. Again, if you're just joining us, you're listening to Real Estate Radio San Antonio on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. And as we're heading into 2015, we're talking about that. It's a good time to start managing your credit. If you're looking at buying a home first of the year, be cautious of what you're spending during the holiday times. It can get a little bit out of control.
Don't run up your credit card.
Don't run that credit card up. You want to pay it down. I mean, that can make a big difference. We've seen so many people come in and not be able to buy the home that they wanted because their credit card had run up for that month, and they've settled for something less, or maybe they missed that home and had to come back at a later time. So these are important things that you just need to talk to your lender about and get all the information. The 2014 tax returns are coming out. That's something you need to talk about. Where's your financial situation at for 2013, 2014, as you head into 2015? All of these things are important, being prepared. So make sure that you choose the right mortgage company. Do some research and pick one that's going to help you out and be an advocate for you.
Amen. I like that. We are advocates for sure. And so the other thing, we were talking about the real estate market and our inventory being so low. So, and that it's still a seller's market, but because rates are low, I mean, really low. I mean, we shopped some rates for a couple of people we locked a couple of days ago, and we were at 2.875 on a 15-year.
I know that was some crazy rates that came through.
And this is with no mortgage insurance, with 5% down, was 2.875, and on the 30-year you were at 3.875.
And that was a temporary thing, was it?
No, I mean, this one investor is still pretty low on their rates.
Pretty aggressive on
that. Yeah, and so sometimes they just want to increase their market share, and the rates are just competitive that way.
It does run that way. I mean, you never know what's going to happen. Someone has extra money that they need to get rid of end of the year. They'll do crazy specials. Not that it always happens, but those are some of the things we shop. We have people in our office weekly, wanting to do business with us. We're choosing the very best of the best. And so that's kind of how we shop our things as a broker. And that's one of the big things that
it's about fees, service, and rates.
We're going to take a break, and we'll be back in just a few minutes with an exciting guest, Robert Tawan from San Antonio HomeFinders.com. And you're listening to Real Estate Radio San Antonio.